let's turn our attention to the NFL and Myles Garrett. Now, Deshaun Watson, Rob, I think we mentioned it yesterday, a 23rd woman has come out and accused him of sexual harassment. And so now, it just adds another layer to this situation. But he's been practicing with the Browns. His teammates have, by all accounts, been impressed by his football ability, which is, not surprising. But, Rob G., kind of bring us up to speed on the Myles Garrett situation, and then we'll get into that.
Well, sure. OTAs have resumed in the last week or so with pretty much every team in the NFL. And obviously in Cleveland, a big talking point is Deshaun Watson. Not just, his availability this season because of the looming suspension, but also just the way he looks and the way he's been on the field. Well, Myles Garrett has been their best player for several years now, and he was asked about Deshaun Watson at OTAs yesterday. Here's what he said.
My business. That's all him, and whether I see it in the media, whether it's pressed by y'all, I try to keep my nose out of it. I don't try to put my eyes on it. The only thing that matters to me is if he's playing every game or if he's not, and how we can overcome that. And what we need to do is to step as a defense if he isn't.
All right. Well, there was a lot more that he said, and I'm going to get into some of that because I thought what the other stuff he said, Rob G., that's really where I wanted to go.
What was it? Why don't you
here's
just say,
what he
Chris?
says. Well, I'm going to read it.
Okay.
Here's what he says. I don't know what happened. All right, they asking about the allegations surrounding Watson. I don't know what happened. You don't know what happened. No one in this room really knows what happened other than the people that were involved. I can't move one way or the other based on hearsay. So I just have to move with the character of the man that I know from day to day. And it's a good guy from what I've seen, from what I've played against, and from what I've seen in the building. From what I've seen, he's walked the right way. And whether he's had a slip up or not, I'm not the judge. I'm not the jury or the executioner. I'm here to play a game. And whether we agree or disagree with who he is off the field, that's yet to be seen. But as far as the guy I know on the field, he's special. Now, Rob, I agree with that. All right. I think that he handled that question the right way. The one thing I would disagree with on him in this quote is where he said whether he's had a slip up or not. If indeed he's guilty of the allegations, that's more than a slip up. Those allegations are not 23
of 23 and a pattern of certain things.
Right.
You could act like you don't know, and a lot of people, and I'm not.
Oh, so you don't like what Garrett said?
No, I'm just saying. You could say that's his point of view. His opinion. I don't think I would talk about it in that light. I was going to say.
So what would you say?
I was going to say. I think people before they saw the video of Ray Rice, didn't know what went on, and there was a spat between a fiance, and I don't know what happened in the elevator. You know what I mean? That's what you didn't. Nobody didn't know. No, I'm just saying. And then it changed, obviously, when you saw it, so you did know. What's his name? Bob Kraft, same thing. I don't know what went on. Well, they had the video. We never saw it. But, yeah, everybody can say it. All I'm saying is everybody has a right to say whatever they want. It's not out of bounds to be asked about it because, obviously, it's a big story, and the guy's probably going to wind up being suspended at some point. So, that's the way he wanted to handle it. I would say I just don't know. You know what I mean?
That's what he said.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't condemn him fully, but I would say if the allegations are true, it's a pretty devastating story or something like that, but I don't know. But I would definitely put a caveat that if they are true, it would be disturbing to me.
Yeah, see, I think he handled it well. That's fine. You're right. You could add that on
just
there.
in case. I'm just saying.
But
I
think I think he did not condemn a teammate, and he didn't just completely belittle the allegations. He didn't say that, there's no way he did that. I've gotten to know this guy over the last few months since he got, traded to our team. There's no way he did that. That would be out of bounds because, as he said, you don't know. And he said, I like this quote, "I'm here to play a game, and whether we agree or disagree with who he is off the field, that's yet to be seen." He didn't say whether we disagree with him on or off the field, hey, we still got to play ball together. That would have been a bit flippant, a bit, wow. That's like the slip up to me. But saying it's yet to be seen, if indeed he's charged, and he didn't go this far, but I think I'm reading into it, Rob. I read it to say if he did what is alleged, then I don't agree with who he is off the field. And he's saying strictly, though, from what I've seen as a football player, he's special. And what I've encountered, and that's all you can go on. I like I said, to me, he handled it well. I would expect, Rob, that if Watson's guilty of this stuff, and there's reason to believe so, because like you said, it's 23 women. Doesn't mean it's true necessarily, but it is a lot of women. Then you do have to come out and condemn the actions. There's no question about it. But if you don't, I mean, if somebody in our group, as far as, our studio and our team and all that, was accused of something, then I would have to be like, look, if it's a guy I know fairly well, like, hey, I never saw anything like that. Like Josh Donaldson wanted his teammates to say, Rob, look, I mean, I think Judge handled it well. Judge was like, look, I just think he did a good job with this because he didn't condemn him, but he also didn't just brush over the allegations. And I think that's all you can do when we just got to wait and see what comes of it.
And I've seen these in the past, and I'm not equating it the same way, but I remember very vividly when the O.J. Simpson thing happened. And O.J.,
right.
You got to remember what a star he was on television, Chris. And I can remember everybody
People
coming to bat.
didn't want to believe it.
No, Bob Costas, everybody. You know what I mean? Like, people were like, no. And obviously, he was acquitted or whatever, but people still have their questions about, what happened. And a lot of people think he did it, but he was acquitted. But I did hear those kind of things early on. You know what I mean? Where people.
But I don't think this is that.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
Would you agree with that? That this isn't that? Of course. I mean,
yeah.
I like you said, OJ. People did not want to believe that OJ did what a lot of people think he did.
Right, and
they were saying it. They were like you said. They were, but I don't think that's been the case here. I certainly don't think Garrett is like, oh, no way he did. He didn't say that.
No, he didn't. I didn't say he said that. I'm just saying, yeah. I think the nature of, and you got to be careful. The Bill Cosby thing was another one. I had plenty of arguments with guys in my barbershop and people who just couldn't buy into that. Bill Cosby wouldn't do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, I'm not buying into that. And then the numbers started piling up and all that. Next thing you know, he's in jail. Like Bill Cosby, of all people.
And look, the Deshaun Watson, I mean, we may find out he did do this. And then you have to deal with it accordingly. But I just think not knowing, I don't know, if I was in that position, like you said, maybe you do add, look, if he did do what they alleged he's done, then that's terrible. And, he should, there should be ramifications that he has to suffer because of that. But I wouldn't condemn someone when I don't know. I just have to let it, we have to see how it plays out.